Few performers achieve a kind of immortality that stretches beyond hit songs or chart success. Agnetha Fältskog belongs to that rare category. Long after the final notes fade, her presence continues to echo, quietly powerful, deeply emotional, and unmistakably human. As one of ABBA's defining voices, she didn't just help shape pop history, she gave it a soul that still resonates today. From the moment ABBA stepped into the global spotlight, Agnetha stood out, not through excess, but through sincerity. Her voice carried a crystalline clarity that felt intimate even in stadiums, capable of expressing vulnerability, longing, joy, and heartbreak with effortless precision. There was an emotional honesty in her delivery that made listeners feel understood, as though each song were a private confession shared openly with the world. That connection became one of ABBA's greatest strengths, and Agnetha was central to it. Beyond the music, her visual presence became iconic. In an era defined by experimentation and spectacle, she balanced glamour with grace. On stage, she embraced bold silhouettes, shimmering fabrics, and dramatic flair, yet nothing ever felt forced or disconnected from who she was. Her fashion choices enhanced her performances rather than overshadowing them, reinforcing the idea that style works best when it reflects authenticity. Off stage, her elegance softened into something more understated, natural, warm, and approachable. This duality made her relatable without diminishing her star power. The renewed interest in archival and recently surfaced photographs speaks to something deeper than nostalgia. These images capture a moment in time when pop culture felt tactile and emotionally rich. They remind fans of an era when music arrived through vinyl sleeves and television appearances, when artists felt both distant and deeply personal. Agnetha's image, preserved in these photographs, becomes a bridge between then and now, inviting reflection not only on her career, but on how profoundly music can shape memory and identity. What truly sets Agnetha apart is her resistance to artifice. At a time when pop personas were increasingly constructed, she remained grounded. She never relied on provocation or spectacle to command attention. Instead, her strength came from self-awareness and restraint. That quiet confidence gave her longevity, allowing her work to age with dignity while remaining emotionally relevant. Authenticity, in her case, wasn't a marketing tool. It was simply who she was. Even decades later, her influence continues to surface in subtle but meaningful ways. New generations discover ABBA through streaming platforms and film adaptations, drawn not only to the melodies but to the emotional depth behind them. Agnetha's performances feel timeless because they are rooted in truth rather than trend, and truth never expires. Ultimately, Agnetha Fältskog's legacy cannot be measured solely by awards, sales, or fame. It lives in the way her voice still stirs emotion, in the elegance captured in old photographs, and in the standard she set for what it means to be both successful and sincere. She remains a reminder that true artistry doesn't demand constant reinvention, only honesty, dedication, and the courage to be fully oneself.